Hi, I'm Gordon from Camera Labs, and this is a quick look at the RevoRing, a cunning filter adapter from HMY. Most people buy one filter, then adapt it to different lenses using a bunch of step-down rings. In contrast, the RevoRing employs a variable mechanism, allowing you to adapt one filter to multiple lenses using just one accessory. It's available in three sizes. The smallest takes 52mm filters and adapts them to lenses with 37 to 49mm threads. The medium model takes 67mm filters and adapts them to lenses with 46 to 62mm threads, while the largest model takes 82mm filters and adapts them to lenses with 67 to 82mm threads. They cost between $35 and $45 each, and there's models with variable ND filters too. It's being funded by a Kickstarter campaign linked below, so to see if it's worth an early punt to grab a discount, I asked my photographer friend Ben to try them out. He's always swapping filters, whether filming video or shooting long exposures, so he's the best person I know to test an accessory like this. Over to you, Ben.
Thank you, Gordon. So I've come outside so that I can show you the product in action. Right now I'm using the larger version, which is the 67 to 82mm version with the built-in variable ND. It's currently filming on the Canon 16 to 35mm lens, which is an 82mm filter thread. So what you're seeing right now is using the product that we're talking about. Having a variable ND on my camera is allowing me to shoot wide open at f2.8 whilst maintaining a video-friendly shutter speed of 1/50th of a second. More on the variable NDs in a minute. Let's talk about the RevoRing product itself. So this is the largest size that they do, 67 to 82, and this is the one that I would use the most, purely because I shoot full frame and larger, faster lenses have much bigger filter thread sizes. So this is the one that I'd be using, and quite simply, if you want to describe how this works, it's similar to the aperture blades inside your lens. All I do is twist it, and you can see the individual blades closing down from 82 to 67. Now you can attach that to the front of your lens. And you don't need to screw this onto the front of your lens. You simply twist, push it up against your lens, and then give it a quick shake to make sure it's gripped, and it's on. You're ready to go. So as somebody that takes still photographs and videos, I'm constantly taking my filters on and off the camera. Now, the problem with that is if you use traditional screw-in filters, you have to turn them, say, 2 or 3 times, and you're never quite sure when it's going to release. So if you're ever going to drop a circular filter, it's going to be taking it off, and you're never quite sure when it's going to drop. So I typically hold my hand underneath it and undo it. This is a solution to a problem. You're not going to drop this because you know exactly when it's going to release. All right, let's do something stupid now. Let's see how good the grip on this is. Let's see if it can hold the weight of my macro lens. I love this lens, so I hope this works out. There you go. The grip is holding that lens entirely on its own. So don't try this at home, but you can see that it's holding my macro lens quite comfortably. It's not going anywhere. I'd say the grip on that is pretty good. Now, the general rule when it comes to buying variable NDs is that you should buy the biggest that you need. So that's typically a 77 or an 82mm, and then you use step rings so that you can then attach your biggest filter to your smaller lenses. This is how things have worked up until now. And in theory, that's great. However, if you've ever attached an 82mm filter to a really small lens, say a 50mm 1.8, then you realise how ridiculous it looks. And in that instance, I would much rather use a smaller, cheaper variable ND. And on that basis, I'm happy to see that they've actually released 3 different sizes. The RevoRing is made from aluminium. It's got a nice matte black finish. It's lightweight, but it also feels well built. It's got a nice grippy edge to it so that you can twist it nice and easily. And of course, this isn't just for variable NDs. You could use it with a polarizer, a 10-stop filter, any circular filter at all. The Kickstarter campaign also includes a version which has got a built-in variable ND. It's actually built in, so it's not something that you screw onto the front. If you're not familiar with variable NDs, quite simply, that is 2 polarizing filters that can be independently turned from one another. And you can see here it's got this handy metal lever on the side which makes turning it much easier and more accurate. This version will get you between 1.5 and 10 stops of filtration. As with most variable NDs, if you push this too far, you will get the expected cross at the maximum polarization, which is more obvious when you're shooting with wider lenses. But I'm pleased to say that they are looking to include a limiter to avoid this, because on a sunny day, sometimes you just cannot see when the X is starting to creep in, and it's not something you can fix afterwards. Essentially, this product is about saving time and a little bit of camera bag space if you compare it to using step rings. Step-up rings are dirt cheap. You can get a complete set for less than £10 on Amazon, but the benefit of this is speed and convenience. That's on there. Providing that this spring mechanism can stand the test of time, I can definitely see this living on the end of my lens or in my camera bag. If you're looking to support this campaign, Gordon's going to put all of the relevant links in the description below. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.